Oh, yeah. I've been there.
Yeah, entertainingly bad service.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good place. Fine place.
Yeah.
I'm going to do one more Christmas story.
Okay.
It's important that on Christmas, right after Christmas, we have a Christmas story.
Sure.
My family's in St. Thomas to make sure there's no chance of any Christmas joy in our home.
Right.
So I'm there alone. And me in a house alone for days. First thing is, I am a very, very social person when there are people around. When I go 2 hours without people around,
Yeah.
I might as well go the rest of my life without people around. So what I started doing was when my family was in town, I made arrangements to meet people in the afternoon and go do things and hang out. Then I canceled them all, and I just sat at home with a deck of cards in front of me, practicing things, looking at the fish, looking at the clams. When you're watching clams in an aquarium, it's a very special moment.
Sure.
I read the newspaper. I sat and did that. And Emily very kindly left me, I like vegetable juice, right? And she makes these great vegetable juices with jalapeno in them and citrus, and really, citrus is not a vegetable, but very, very powerful lemon and jalapeno and beets and kale, and all in this big purple drink.
Purple drink. Scissor.
The vegetable juice. So she said that she knew that I wouldn't be able to purchase vegetables because I don't ever go to stores. I haven't been to a store in months. That I would not be able to wash the vegetables because I would screw that up.
Right.
I would not be able to cut the vegetable out because I don't know what part of vegetables are edible and what parts are not. And I would not be able to mix the vegetables in a pleasing thing. I would do nothing but jalapeno and lemon, and call that the drink. So Emily's solution, which is fabulous, is it fabulous, is she took all the vegetables she would put into a drink, right, in the right proportions, cut them up, prepared them, washed them, and then put them in a vacuum-sealed package that was in the refrigerator. So what Penn had to do was take the package out, cut it open, go over to the juicer, and put the stuff in the juicer, push it in with the pitcher there, and then good fresh juice would come out. And I would have a wonderful juice drink, purple drink, that I would enjoy in the privacy of my home alone. So there I was, opening the refrigerator, and there's the packet there. And I go, now it's time to make this juice. Now, she had made a mistake in that she put the juicer away instead of leaving it on the counter.
Sure.
But I knew that it was somewhere.
Sure.
So I looked for it for a really long time. Now, juicers are big.
Yeah.
They're big metal things. They weigh tens of pounds.
Yeah.
And they're shiny and they're metal.
Yeah.
And a kitchen isn't that big. I couldn't find it. That is the first problem, okay? A 35-pound piece of hardware I couldn't find in my kitchen. I also was wise enough that I didn't look for it in any other rooms. But rather, I texted Emily and said, "Where is the juicer?" And she texted back, wisely, "In the kitchen." I said, "So am I in the kitchen, but we don't see each other." So she told me that there was a drawer that I swear I looked in. But now, lo and behold, there was a juicer in there now. So I pulled the juicer out, and it was just parts. And lots of parts, like 6 parts.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is the pitcher.
You got that part down.
Yeah, and this is where
now we're down to 5 parts.
The non-juice part of stuff goes.
Yeah.
Because those things are both plastic.
Yeah.
Then there's the big metal thing with feet on the bottom and a cord coming out. That's the base.
Sure.
Now you got to plug it in. Turns out there's outlets all over the place in the kitchen, but you got to find them.
Sure.
They're up under the counter, and you got to look. And you also, just so you know, just I want to be useful, don't guide the prongs of the plug in with your fingers.
Ooh.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
I did that long ago. I don't want to do it again.
No.
Push it in there. It's going to work. Now, this other part that goes on here, put on there, put on there, put on there. All good. Now you got to open the packet with the vegetables in it. Try to rip it, try to open my teeth, and I find, wait a minute, there's knives all over the kitchen.
Yeah.
Cut it open. Whole vegetable goodness. There's beets in there, there's kale, there's carrots, there's ginger.
Oh.
Ginger in there. There's a lemon all peeled and all set to go. There's the jalapenos all there, all nice, ready to go. And the juicers are bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I mean, juicers are Billy Gibbons.
Yeah.
They rip shit apart. You
Yeah.
can put in beet's a tough thing. Put in a whole beet, and then you've got the tamper downer because you shouldn't push the stuff in with your fingers.
No.
Tamper downer.
We've already stressed finger safety enough.
Then there's a big that comes up and holds the whole thing together because it's like a nuclear warhead essentially.
Sure.
Essentially, that's what it is. Put it together and turn it on. It's going fine. Then I put the beet in and I really hard, but I push it in again, and no juice comes out.
Oh no.
Huh, that's strange. Well, there's a delay, I guess. You got to put like 4 beets in and then you get juice. I put another beet in. And now I'm forcing it. I'm banging on the thing. And no juice comes out. Huh, that's strange. I'll try a carrot. Banging it in. And the thing is, it's making that noise.
Yeah.
Right? Which is not the noise it makes when Emily's using it.
No.
But, so I force 3 carrots, 4 beets, a lemon, some ginger into this.
And not a drop has come out.
Not
of
a
the juice.
drop of juice has come out. Not a single drop
You
of
are a magician through and through.
juice has come out. And then finally, a constipated little solid block of disgusting vegetable matter falls out into the pitcher where the juice is supposed to go.
Uh-oh.
After there's been 8 pieces of vegetable put in, a little core, like the size of a cork, purple and orange, falls out pathetically. And I go, geez, this isn't right.
Yeah, good thinking.
So I say, I'm going to FaceTime Emily.
There you go.
So I FaceTime Emily and I go, there's supposed to be juice in there. And she says to me, a very important sentence, did you put the blade in? I said, well, what does the blade look like? I said, I put in a little disc. She said, well, that's the thing that runs the blade. What's about the blade? So what does the blade look like? She said, it's a little strainer type thing with sharp stuff at the bottom. I said, oh, it's sitting right over there on the counter. I said, it's not inside the thing. It's not inside it. It's supposed to be inside it? She says, yes. So she says, what have you been doing? I said, well, I was forcing the stuff in. She said, well, when no juice came out, didn't you think it was wrong? I said, I thought there was a delay. She said, well, what do you mean a
Every
delay?
good juicer company loves that delay.
So she says, take a look. So I pop open the top, and when I do, it explodes.
Oh.
And all this gunk, it's not juice.
No.
It's not juice leftovers.
It's just attacked vegetables.
Yeah. And it goes all over me, all over the kitchen, all over the counter. And it's disgusting. And what I've been doing is I have been forcing vegetables against a rubber plate and trying to cut them up with a rubber plate and no strainer, which is why the goo finally came out. So Emily says to me, rinse it out, clean it up, and start over. And I say, no. But I finally do it. And I've now destroyed the whole package, and I start again. But now it's working right. Now you put one beet in. I have to take it all apart, and I rinse it. I don't wash it. I just rinse it. But there's still chunks where there shouldn't be chunks.
Sure.
And the thing is still the spigot is still stuffed with garbage. So I blow through it, because that's the way you clean kitchen utensils. You blow through it like a blowgun.
You play it like a trumpet.
Yeah. And I finally get it going. But then everything's working kind of right, except it doesn't sound right. Like I think I've damaged the rubber part of it somehow, and it's not quite moving the thing right. And the garbage is coming out, but it's coming out too fast. And I don't want to empty it because it looks like too much work. So that's kind of overflowing. And then I want to put, the pitcher is full at this point, but I've got another like 4 pieces of vegetable. And I go, I don't want to get another glass and pour it out. That's too much work. I think surface tension.
It's going to hold these veggies, man. When you're relying on surface tension to finish off something.
But, liquid does have surface tension.
Thank goodness you don't run the Hoover Dam.
But then somehow it rebels. And it just starts going, and starts jumping all over the kitchen. So now I'm chasing it, and now it's spilling the pitcher, and it's going all over the place. And what I don't think of doing is I think of pushing harder into it, but I don't think of, like, turning it off.
I was going to say unplugging it.
No, there's a button. I could turn it, but I don't. I wrestle with it for a really, really long time. And then I get my juice, and I drink my juice, and it's very, very good. But I believe when I take the juicer apart, I don't clean it. I just throw it in the sink and figure somebody at some point will come and clean it. So I have been at home without my family for 8 days, and I have not cleaned one dish. I have not rinsed out one coffee cup. There is a coffee cup, a tea cup on every surface in the house. And the kitchen is filled with Tupperware containers of food that Emily left, where I've just taken this wonderful cabbage soup and just barely heated it up, and then just kind of eaten it out of the Tupperware thing, then just left the Tupperware thing wherever I happen to be. And there is an exploded juicer. Now, juicers, I believe, are expensive, right?
They are.
Really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope that when Emily plugs it in and does it right and cleans it, because it'll be caked by the time. It'll be like Ed DeBevick's underneath the cement, what they were hoping to find. It'll be a time capsule. I hope that when all of it gets cleaned up and put back together, that it actually makes juice again, and that I didn't destroy our juicer. But that's what I was doing Christmas before I went.
That's a fine Christmas.
Fighting with, yeah.
Can I pick my drums up?
Reddy just asked if you could pick my drums up. He's afraid that maybe I'm damaging them.
Yeah.
Home alone using stuff. But the drums are working okay, Reddy. I haven't tried to put vegetables in them. They've been fighting. Reddy, let me use his electronic drums to practice and do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Happy New Year to y'all.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
New Year's Day, we're going to be watching movie night's going to be watching 12, the
24, yeah.
The last day of the 24. We're going to start at 10 a.m., right up till 7, and then we're going to have the party New Year's Eve. If you want to come by for a little bit of the movie night on that day or anything like that, come on by. Bring the children. There'll be a lot of fun going on there. Should be a lot of people over there. The family will be home. Presumably things will be cleaned up. The juice will be working. It'll be a happy home. Not like what it is now, which is kind of a weird cave where a man covered with vegetable garbage is watching clams in a tank. That's what's going on there now.
I think I'd be more comfortable there, though. But yeah.
Maybe. Well, there you go. Happy New Year. That's the 200th show. Michael Goudot, the Juggler Without Borders, is over in Malaysia.
Malaysia, yeah.
Malaysia is where he is, because they haven't got jugglers in Malaysia. We got to send him over. And next week we'll be back. I think Michael Goudot.